Well, here it is. The final episode.
Wow. I've never felt more depressed.
Skill issue.
I must agree, that is a skill issue.
Well, you know what isn't a skill issue?
Graduating high school.
Now that sounds exciting and sad.
There. Now let's move to Elsa and Eva and talk to some East seniors about their high school experience.
And what
It's almost graduation. We asked seniors about their plans for next year and to give us a recap of their high school experience.
My plans after high school are still undecided. I'm deciding between a couple different universities, but I'm not sure yet.
I'm currently planning to go to MATC just to have something, and then I might do like their transfer program, and because I kind of want to be like a social studies teacher or a psychology teacher.
So I'm actually committed to a college, so I'm probably gonna get ready, spend a little bit of my summer out here, then get ready to go play football at the college I'm committed to.
I'm going to be going to UW Milwaukee, and I'm going to be an animator.
I'm probably gonna miss the Elsa board the most. Close by, free lunch periods.
I'm gonna miss the people I grew up with, even if I'm not close up with them anymore. Like, we all grew up together, and now we're all graduating, and it's really crazy because I went to kindergarten with these people.
I think that we do have a really vibrant community here, especially art and music and theater, and I'll miss that a lot.
My favorite smell at East would be the lawn when it's freshly cut in the summer. My friends and I eat out there, and it always smells so good when they mow the lawn.
Some good moments of East were homecoming. Even though I don't know all the people at East, it was kind of fun to come together and dance.
My best piece of advice would probably be to stay out of drama.
I guess just push through tough times and don't let yourself feel like school doesn't matter.
Have fun while you're here, but make sure you stay on top of the schoolwork, you know what I'm saying? Don't fall behind in that, because if you do, you'll spend a whole bunch of time that you don't need to be wasting trying to catch up.
Thanks for following along. We hope you learned about the senior crowd at East. Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Elsa and Eva.
Join me and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you.
If only you knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. It was you who killed him.
No, I am your father.
No, that's not true. That's impossible. Oh shoot.
Oh. Got a little off topic there.
Yep, so anyways, these were supposed to be for our next piece by Lydia on the Penny Wars. So let's cut over to that.
$598, $599, $600. $600. That's how much the Madison East Penny Wars raised for the UW-Madison Without Borders program in Guatemala. Because of this money, 76 families will receive running water in the rural area of El Pericon. Thank you, math students, for your hard-earned pennies.
Wow, those math classes raised so much money. That's so cool.
Yeah, nice job to all them. But if I'm being honest, that piece really got me thinking, what teachers would have a penny collection?
I feel like some of mine could. Miss Bindle, Madame Awan, Mr. Gibson.
I mean, Gibson might. I know nothing about him. I think of him as a complete mystery.
I have his class and I still think of him as a complete mystery.
Well, maybe we'll learn something about him in this next piece with Ross, Lydia, and Eva.
East has many interesting teachers, but we wanted to highlight one, Mr. Gibson.
Well, I'm 60 years old. I grew up in Los Angeles, California. I lived there for a third of my life. And then my parents got separated. My mom moved to West Bend, Wisconsin, which is a small town. So I moved from Los Angeles to a small town in Wisconsin. And then I went to school. I was a bad student in high school. I got in all kinds of trouble. And then went to college and grew up, became mature, took myself more seriously, and the world is very serious, so that's easy to take seriously. And then I did some traveling in Eastern Europe. It was the first time I went abroad anywhere, and I got involved in a green card marriage with a woman from Romania. My heart is kind of like in Eastern Europe in a strange and interesting way, but it's a scary place with a very scary history. I started working here the same year that the United States invaded Iraq. So that was an interesting year to start teaching, to teach about the US invasion of Iraq, which was such a current event and also very, very controversial. And we're still in Iraq, and I'm still here at East High School. Who's gonna leave first?
And now, a message from Mr. Gibson to you.
Kids, clean up after yourself, stop littering, learn how to recycle. Don't be too focused on yourself. It's not going to help you out in the end. It's better to have a collective kind of connectivity with other people than being self-centered. You know, there's all kinds of concerns out there. Climate change, the reemergence of Nazism and fascism and white supremacism in such an easily, acquired sense of that. Instead of just being marginalized, it's just all out in the open. So we just live in really scary times, and I think being an anti-fascist as well as recycling is probably a good thing. So yeah, be anti-fascist and recycle. Do them both often.
Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Eva, Ross, and Lydia.
Thanks Ross, Lydia, and Eva for that insightful segment on Mr. Gibson.
Did you know that Mr. Gibson played tennis when he was younger?
Really?
Nope, I lied.
Well, speaking of tennis, here's an announcement about the upcoming summer tennis camps.
Do you want to learn how to play tennis?
Do you want to get better at tennis?
Sign up for the East Summer Tennis Camps. It's open now.
Wow, I wish I could be a part of that camp. I love tennis and soccer.
Soccer? Well, now that you mention it, I just remembered that Will, Eva, and Dora did a segment about the spring soccer team.
Let's check it out.
We wanted to check in with the spring soccer team to see how their season is going and what they enjoy most about their sport.
My favorite part of soccer is definitely the team aspect, and getting to work with all the other girls and improve as one whole team together.
My favorite part of soccer is team building up and how we play together, and it just seems like building a small family here together.
My favorite part of soccer is the community. I think East has a really good community.
Well, it's just really fun to watch, and it's a good way to bond with your other classmates, and you can all come watch on the bleachers together and cheer us on. People should come to our games because they're really fun to watch, and we need bigger student sections because the other teams have student sections there a lot of the time, and they're really annoying and mean. So it'd be great if we had some East kids there.
It's actually a really great experience. I didn't think I would need a sport or anything like that, and I wouldn't enjoy it or I wouldn't be good at it. And even if you're not good at it, it's still you get the experience, you get the family that you're getting. Now I know a ton of people at East that I didn't think I would know before.
So it's the first day of tryouts and how we're getting there, and we're so excited but nervous at the same time. It's those feelings. It made me just want to be in soccer so bad.
Last year, one of my friends convinced me to do it with her, and so I was just I'll just try out. And the season went really well, and I had a lot of fun, and so now I'm doing it again.
What I'm most proud of this team is how hard they're willing to work every day. A lot of people came into the team without any soccer playing experience, and every day they're doing their best to learn more.
We have 3 teams, a varsity team and 2 JV teams, and we have more players than we have had since before the pandemic. So it's really, really cool to see the program as strong as it is, and I think it's a really good sign for the future.
Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Dora, Eva, and Will.
Good morning, East High School.
And thank you so much for joining us on our last episode of Tower TV.
We have quite the school spirit, as you can see.
But it gets pretty hot in those stands cheering on our beloved soccer team.
If only we had some tips and tricks on how to stay cool during the warm spring weather.
Good thing Chelsea, Liam, and Josiah have us covered in their next piece on how to stay cool during the summer weather.
But first, a Spanish club announcement. Come to East High School's new Spanish club. Meetings are every other Wednesday, with the next one being this Wednesday, the 24th. At this club, you can get help with your Spanish homework, speak with people at conversation tables, and meet new people who are trying to improve their Spanish language skills. Now on to Stay Cool with Chelsea, Liam, and Josiah.
Are you okay?
I'm overheating.
Here's some water. Open up.
Wow, I feel so much better, but I'm still really hot.
That's because you're wearing those hot clothes.
Hooray!
With the construction here at East, we won't be able to have the air conditioning on for the last few months of school, so it's going to be very hot. Make sure you're wearing clothes that will keep you cool and drinking lots and lots of water. Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Chelsea, Liam, and Josiah.
Wow, those were some great tips on staying cool. Hey, long tide, no sea.
What are you doing?
Trying to think of a segue between these two pieces.
2 hours later.
Speaking of water,
here's Rye, Red, and Sam with the paddleboarding showdown. Paddleboarding showdown.
Yep, that's us. You're probably wondering how we got into this situation.
Well, it all started when we gathered the goofiest minds in the East community and ventured out to the lake in search of one goal, to figure out who is the best paddleboarder in East High School. Will it be Red with his mighty IQ, or Sam because he's funny and is the only one that's actually paddleboarded before?
Peter, the horse is here.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
Did we just abandon him?
Alright, so this entire situation wasn't the best of ideas, but let's take a look at a couple of factors that made things go sideways quicker than we anticipated. First of all, the weather. We kind of just took a cursory glance at the temperature and precipitation and thought, oh, 70 and sunny, perfect conditions. No. A couple of things we didn't look at were the water temperature, or the wind speed, or anything else would have been helpful. Another thing to consider would be that everyone knows how to paddleboard. Red did not. This was his first paddleboarding experience, but he volunteered, so more power to him. Thanks so much for watching. Please be more careful than we were. Signing off Tower TV, this has been Rye, Red, and Sam.
That looked chilly.
You couldn't get me to touch that water with a 10-foot oar.
Yep, that's going in the yearbook for sure.
Speaking of, make sure to get your 2023 East yearbook.
Acceptable forms of payment are cash and check.
Each yearbook is $50 and will be available for seniors at the senior breakfast on June 2nd and for all grades that day at lunch.
Do you like taking pictures or want to try journalism?
Here's Josiah and Liam with the scoop on the school newspaper.
But first, let's hear from Rye about the Pie Mile.
Do you like running? Do you like math? And best of all, do you like pie? On May 28th, you can participate in the Pie Mile Run, where people run exactly 3.14 miles. This event will help raise money for math students as they pursue their goals for the future. The Pie Mile will be hosted at Warner Park. For more information, contact Mr. Galerowitz or Miss Paschke.
The launch of the Newspaper and Photography Club has had a rough start in past years, and this year is no different. However, the members have persevered despite the challenges.
How did I hear about Newspaper and Photography Club? I heard it from one of my friends, and I was like, oh my god, I should join too.
I think I saw a poster of it in the hallway freshman year.
Students have worked hard to contribute to the online newspaper, with amazing interviews of famous alumni, a review of the nearby record store, and a photo reel of the a cappella club.
I really like writing, but I've never really had a good writing class in school, and I thought just doing something fun for a club and just being able to kind of pursue your own stories would be cool.
I think there's some fun people in it, but I also think that it's cool that it's so student run, because we have a lot of control over what we want to do and we can make the newspaper our own.
My favorite thing about the club is honestly talking to new people and making new friends.
My favorite thing about the club is that it's very casual. You can kind of just pick to do, to write about or take pictures of whatever you want and just collaborate with whoever's interested in the same kind of stories as you.
While the future of the club is currently unknown, Ms. Van Buren works hard to determine roles of the current members and expand the club for next year.
If you're interested in Newspaper and Photography Club, stop by room 1506 on Tuesdays during lunch. Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Liam and Josiah.
Thank you, Josiah and Liam, for that informative segment.
Hopefully next year the newspaper club will continue to grow.
And finally, we have East's final history segment of the year.
I can't believe it's the last one. This year's flown by.
So Nolan Kajada created their very own timeline commemorating East's history.
Let's check it out.
This year we have taken you on a journey through East history. You might have wondered where we got all of this information. The answer is right here, with us.
Born in 1904 and 1905, we grew up with an interest in building a school from the ground up.
At the ripe age of 18, we came together to build East High School brick by brick, with only 2 hammers each, Madison's first 2-person construction crew.
Imagine trying to install a window, and all you got are hammers.
We later returned to the school as students, known as superb seniors, and shared classes with Ted Pierce.
Almost a decade after Pierce graduated from East, we were prominent members of the Cartoon Club, where we met a peer named Sid Boyum. Little did we know at the time that Sid would become a locally renowned artist. We actually served as muses for his Cowboy and Friend sculpture.
And it may not seem like it these days, but once upon a time, Kajada was the star of the girls' basketball team. She was an expert at girls' rules.
East would not be what it is today without the work of former Principal Milton McPike, who had been a close friend of ours. We personally brought him to East High for some good times cruising through the neighborhood.
Kajada, one of the current co-presidents of BSU, has been involved with the club since 1975 and in every iteration.
Human relations, people getting together, SMAC, BSA, and only now, I'm BSU president.
Throughout our time at East, we have been ardent supporters of the arts. While we remain partial to the Tower Torch title, we took pride in the work of expressions,
including Noel's art seen in the 1988 volume.
As you can see, we were hired to present the history of East this year because, well, we are East history. Who knows where we'll be 100 years from now?
Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Kajada and Noel.
Wow, you guys really did all of that?
Yeah, we did. It was a lot of hard work. Speaking of, did you take the civics exam yet?
Yes, I did. Did you?
Yes. And if you're a senior and you haven't taken the exam yet, Josiah can tell you all about how you can.
No, stop! She didn't take the civics exam. She can't graduate. If you're a senior and you haven't taken the civics exam, please check in with your counselor or Mr. Attaway in room 2002 during lunch or after school to take it. This is a graduation requirement.
We hope you brushed up on your U.S. history. Good luck.
You know who else is history?
Who?
Our seniors. Let's let Cole, Ula, and Tess give them a final send-off.
Like Ferris Bueller said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. The class of 2023 is a class of creativity, a class of perseverance,
a class of scholars,
a class of love,
and a class of community.
Here at the castle, we've made some amazing memories.
And while we may not know what our future holds, we know no matter where we end up,
who we are with,
or what our goals are.
we will be Pergolders at heart.
Congratulations to the class of 2023.
And good luck.
Signing off from Tower TV for the last time, this has been Tess,
Ula,
and Cole.
Signing off for 2023, this has been Tower TV.
Stay tuned for a quick message from David.
Greeting East High. I'm David, and I'm your East High security staff here. And this is our last Tower TV for the 2022-23 school year. And I just wanted to say that it's been a pleasure and an honor to do the morning announcements here for our Pergolders. We've highlighted important months like Hispanic Heritage Month, Asian American Pacific Islander Month, Black History Month, Women's History Month, and my favorite, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, where I am the pink ambassador in our community. Next is prom and then graduation. And I just ask that we have a great remainder of the school year and that you do your best.